Northampton Saints v Harlequins. 5 key takeaways from Premiership rout at Franklin's Gardens. The top line Northampton Saints produced a performance of breathtaking ambition and ruthless execution to demolish Harlequins 66-21 at Franklin's Gardens, tearing through the visitors with the kind of precision and joy usually reserved for festive mornings. The hosts ran in 10 tries, spearheaded by an outstanding Alex Cole's hat trick and a powerhouse display from Danilo Fischetti, who crossed twice and dominated on both sides of the ball. England internationals Alex Mitchell, Tommy Freeman, and Finn Smith also got on the score sheet, while exciting young Italian Edoardo Todaro grabbed 2. One of them a staggering solo effort that saw him burst through 4 would-be tacklers. Harlequins' afternoon began brightly, with Cassius Cleves scoring inside the opening minute, but that moment proved a false dawn. Captain Alex Dombrandt, admirable amid the wreckage, claimed 2 tries of his own, yet Quins had no answer to Saints' pace, accuracy, and relentless ambition. The result delivered an 8th try bonus of the season for Phil Dowson's men, lifting them 2 points clear of Bath Rugby, and further exposed the depth of Quins' current malaise. With 3 consecutive defeats and little sign of tactical clarity, uncomfortable questions now loom for senior coach Jason Gilmore, Dombrandt, and Brains. While Saints' attacking flair often draws attention to their backline, the foundation of this performance lay firmly with the pack, not just in brute force, but in skill, intelligence, and connectivity. Coles and Fischetti combined for 24 carries, rightly dominating the headlines with the 5 tries they delivered between them. Elsewhere, Tom Pearson carried 11 times for 80 meters, while the colossal J.J. Vander Mescht rumbled forward on 12 occasions and even contributed an acrobatic assist that would have impressed Harlequins stalwart Joe Marler. Callum Chick, one of the shrewdest Premiership signings in recent seasons, added balance with 11 carries, 2 turnovers, and 12 tackles, while Sam Graham, introduced early for the injured Josh Kemeny, delivered a tireless display on the flank. What elevates Saints, however, is not simply workload, but execution. Their forwards consistently stepped back inside defensive lines, kept the ball alive under pressure, and, crucially, hit targets with precision when offloading or passing. Despite some line-out imperfections, this was a commanding, intelligent display from the entire pack, with Fischetti emblematic of Saints' modern forward blueprint, Saints' superpower. So, what is Northampton Saints' defining strength? Both Saints and Harlequins share a commitment to attacking rugby, but where Quins oscillate between inspiration and chaos, Saints operate within a clear, repeatable system. Their approach is built on high tempo and high possession, underpinned by 2 non-negotiables: straight running lines and rapid distribution. While Mitchell is central to this philosophy, it extends far beyond individual brilliance. Saints pass aggressively into space, not into bodies, ensuring runners receive the ball without breaking stride. This allows continuity few Premiership sides can live with. The work is drilled relentlessly on the training ground, with pods of 3 operating at extreme speed under fatigue. The results are visible every weekend. The precision of the halfbacks stood out, Smith releasing Freeman onto the ball at pace, Mitchell exploiting narrow channels with George Hendy operating almost as a roaming second receiver. Saints recorded a 91% pass accuracy and 96% ruck efficiency, while averaging 4.7 points per entry into the Quins' 22, but on a freezing East Midlands evening. Such numbers were extraordinary and reinforce the argument that Saints are currently the most compelling attacking team in Europe. Masters of their own downfall, the contrast with Harlequins could not have been starker. Too often, Quins' runners were forced to check their stride to receive passes flat to the chest, draining momentum before contact. Marcus Smith repeatedly threatened around the fringes, only to see phases stall through slow or inaccurate distribution. There was no shortage of effort. Rodrigo Isgro, Dombrandt, and Chandler Cunningham South worked tirelessly, but execution deserted them. Ball speed was sluggish, collisions were lost, and handling errors mounted alarmingly, with Cunningham South alone guilty of 11 individual mistakes. Defensively, Quins compounded their problems, finishing with a tackle success rate below 75%. When combined with an error-strewn attack, it was a recipe for disaster. Doug Gilmour's suggestion that this is now something of a project season has not eased supporter concern. And with rumors linking Nick Easter to a potential return, change within the coaching structure feels increasingly inevitable. England Foundation George Ford remains a highly effective international fly half. But to challenge the world's elite and win major honors, England need halfbacks who can attack the line with speed and intent. On this evidence, Steve Borthwick would do well to look closely at the Saints' axis. Mitchell is already indispensable. The stylistic drop-off behind him is stark. While Ben Spencer offers control, he lacks the same explosive edge, leaving Mitchell as one of England's most irreplaceable players. Fly half Finn Smith showcased the full repertoire: direct running, footwork, distribution, and intelligent kicking. With Fraser Dingwall and Tommy Freeman among England's leading midfield options, alongside Ollie Lawrence and Max Ojimo, the case for a Saints-heavy backline grows stronger. Add in Hendy's form, the impending return of George Furbank, and the consistent excellence of Coles, Pearson, and Chick, and there's a compelling argument that the spine of England's long-term World Cup vision may well be colored green, black, and gold. That final word, this was not merely a win, it was a statement. Saints combined ambition with precision, power with intelligence, and flair with structure. Harlequins, by contrast, were exposed both tactically and technically. That if Northampton maintained this trajectory, they are not just Premiership contenders, they are setting the benchmark.